Welcome to the Getting Through Today podcast. I'm Brita. Come along with me as I share my story of the ups and downs through chronic illness and depression, all while being a mother of 5. I know healing is possible, and through every phase there is beauty, even if we don't always see it at the time. I know what it feels like to just get through one day at a time. Let's get started. Hello, beautiful warriors. Welcome back to Getting Through Today. I'm finding that as much as I love to do podcasting, some weeks are just really busy. So I did miss last week, but I'm so excited to get back. And today I want to talk to you about something I have been kind of dealing with behind the scenes. And it's something that started with 2 little words that I chose as my intentions for 2025. And those words are abundance and ease. I don't know about you, but I love choosing a word for the year. It feels important to me. It's just something that I like to do to kind of keep my focus for the year. But what happens when you choose abundance and ease and instead you get heartbreak and chaos? And that's what we're going to talk about. So back in December, I picked my new words for the year. Like I said, they are abundance and ease. And I picked those words on purpose because 2024 almost destroyed me. My word for that year had been surrender. And oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was actually asking for. 2024 broke me open in ways I still can't fully even talk about. I won't go into the details here, but just know this. It was a crash course in grief, in emotional exhaustion, in what it means to survive when everything around you feels like it's crumbling. Now, I surrendered, but not in a poetic, Instagram-worthy way, but in the real, gut-wrenching kind of way. The kind where you're on your knees, tears hitting the floor, whispering, I can't do this, but somehow still going. So when 2025 came around, you better believe I was choosing joyful words, hopeful words. I had to. I did not want to experience what I did in 2024. I did not want another year of release or loss or hard lessons. Believe me, I wanted money falling from the sky. I wanted laughter, lightness, beach days, breakthroughs, and some good news. And honestly, I felt like I earned it. Like after everything I'd been through, being sick for years, everything I'd been through, I just kind of felt like the universe owed me a season of ease. But we're about 6 months in. And I have found myself asking, where is it? Where is that ease that I was hoping for? Where's the abundance? Because I felt like what was actually showing up in my life felt like even more pain, more grief, and more chaos. Even more heaviness than I thought I could hold. And I remember literally saying to God, hey there, I chose the word ease, not even worse. You hear me? It's ease because that's what I felt like life had misunderstood my request. I could not see the message in the mess or the beauty in the brokenness. Not a bit, not one bit. It just felt awful and so unfair. And something that I hated was I couldn't control any of it. I couldn't control what was going on. These circumstances, these experiences that were happening were just too hard to handle. But I was certain of one thing. I had suffered enough. And honestly, I did not know how much more I could possibly endure. Believe me, I tried to laugh through the tears, and sometimes I do. Sometimes I have done that. But deep down, I have been confused. Wasn't I doing the right things? And really, hadn't I suffered enough? As I kept thinking about those words, abundance and ease, and I kept asking myself, what did I really mean by ease? Was I asking for things to be easy? Yes. Yes, I was. I'm human. Of course, I wanted easy. I wanted the season of my life to be a little more relaxed and happy. I wanted peace, simplicity, joy. Honestly, I wanted that stage of life that I see in others, the one where the chaos settles, the health stabilizes, the kids are doing okay, and people finally exhale. You ask how they're doing, and they say, "We're doing really good." I wanted that. I want that. But maybe that stage isn't even real for anyone. Maybe I'm making that up in my head. Maybe no one really is living an easy, happy life. I hope people are, because I want to get there someday. I just want to wake up without that heavy dread in my chest. I want to dance in the kitchen. I want to sing in the car with the windows down and mean it, to feel light, even just for a day. But instead, I'm dealing with a lot of hard things, more pain I can't even speak publicly about yet. So many nights crying into my pillow, more days feeling like I was holding it all together by a small thread. More moments where I felt completely helpless, like no matter what I did, nothing would get better, nothing would improve. But then something small shifted. One evening, after a really great day with my family, I took a walk with a few of my kids, and it was nothing fancy. It was just a walk. And it was actually getting late, and we almost didn't even go. But we ended up going, and it was so nice because we didn't talk about anything heavy. We laughed. We enjoyed the river that was flowing along the Provo River Trail. We noticed the trees that were lining the path, the birds that were flying all over. And at the end of the walk, there were the cutest cows and pigs that really made me smile. And there was this little baby pig. It was so cute, and it even came over so the kids could pet its nose. It was pretty cute. And we talked about all the good things happening in our lives, even though so many hard things are happening too. And for this moment, I realized I didn't have to force myself to feel joy. I wasn't pretending to be happy. I wasn't pushing anything away. I was actually happy. I was enjoying this moment so much that all the other stuff, all the hard stuff just kind of melted away for a little bit. And it was so nice. I felt free, and I really was having fun. And it didn't come from fixing anything, because most of the stuff we're going through, it cannot be fixed or changed. That's the honest truth of it. There's nothing I can do to make these circumstances better. But that's when it hit me. This was ease. Not the absence of pain, but the simple presence of connection with my kids. The ease in conversation, the ease in laughter. Ease in simply being seen and loved without any pressure to perform or pretend. And when I started noticing that, I began seeing little pockets of abundance too. Not falling from trees like I wanted it to, but in the meals that were dropped off by thoughtful people. In the text coming from my friends and family, just letting me know they're thinking of me. In the way my kids have stepped up without even being asked. The way they've helped. In the soft strength that's been showing up in unexpected places. And also, we did get a few refund checks that brought just a little bit of financial relief right when we needed it. It wasn't loud, it wasn't flashy, but it was real. And I started seeing that even in these hard moments, these really, really hard moments, I could see ease and abundance just in a little bit different way than I had imagined or wanted for myself. It wasn't loud, it wasn't flashy, but it was real. And maybe, just maybe, this is what abundance and ease can look like. Not that grand version I imagined and that I'm still wanting. And that I'm sure I'll get there someday. But right now it's something quieter, something deeper, and it's something I might have missed if I hadn't slowed down long enough to feel it. But here's the honest truth that I've really been thinking about too. What do we do when we don't get what we ask for? When that vision board isn't coming true? When the prayers feel unanswered? When the dream life gets further away than ever? It's hard not to feel like we're doing something wrong. Or maybe even like we're being punished for something. We could wonder if we've missed a sign, if we've failed some sort of test we didn't even know we were taking. It's one thing to hold on to hope. But what about when your circumstances are just hard and they keep getting harder, unchanging, unfair, and absolutely exhausting? How do you still find ease in that? How do you find abundance in days that feel like survival? And these are the questions I've been asking myself lately, over and over again. Because honestly, I did need some ease in my life. It felt way too heavy for way too long. But I have realized that we don't find abundance and ease because life suddenly becomes perfect. At least I haven't. Maybe some people do. But I doubt it. Most people are going through a lot. But we can find these things because we choose to look again. We are more aware of the good than we are in the bad. We can look a little closer because sometimes beauty doesn't shout. It might whisper. And if we're only waiting for the big breakthroughs, we might just miss the quiet miracles happening in the middle of those hard days. And I love that abundance can be a fun evening walk with my kids, a phone call with a friend, even if we don't have time to meet up in person. Abundance is a long hug from my husband, the kind that says, I've got you, and I know he does. Or even just 10 minutes quiet to myself, no pressure, no performance, just presence. That's all abundance. And ease can maybe be letting myself sit without fixing anything, or saying no to one more thing, or even just laughing at a silly show while tears still dry on your face. These aren't things that can be ignored. These are peace. They're those little reminders that your life, even in the hardest seasons, it's still full of moments worth noticing. So no, I haven't gotten everything I wanted. Far from it. But I've also gotten a lot of things that I have wanted, even if it's come to me in a little bit different way than I had imagined. And I'm learning to ask different questions. I'm really looking, can I still find something beautiful right here? I'm listening to my own words, the things I wish I would have done when I was going through hard things before. I wish I would have seen more beauty. And it's been a really good reminder to me that I can. Because if I keep waiting for life to feel perfect before I let myself feel that peace, I really will miss the abundance that is already around me. And here's the thing I almost overlooked, even when everything else feels like it's not going my way. Something I have is a job I really love. It's flexible hours, great pay, a really great supportive boss. I also get to work from home, which is perfect for my season of life right now. And yes, I dream of transitioning into a full-time career helping others through the healing work I do. But the truth is, with everything happening right now, I'm not sure I could hold space for others the way I want to. And that's okay. Because this job I have, I actually work for a livestock company called Brazen USA. It's a great job. This is ease. And I'm so grateful that I get that right now while I'm dealing with all of these challenging circumstances. And I know that ease and abundance don't always change what's going on in our life, but they can change how you carry them. So this year has taught me a hard truth. Abundance does not cancel out pain, and ease is not the same as easy. But I found that both can exist within the hard stuff, not as this finish line, but as this quiet shift inside me, just along the way, the path that I'm going on. I'm really working on being more intentional. I notice who I spend time with and how I feel with them. I protect my peace. I cry when I need to. I've been crying a lot lately. I take long showers. I breathe a little deeper. And I am really trying to give myself credit for making it through each day. Because if I tell you that just getting through today matters, why is it so hard for me to believe it for myself sometimes? So today I'm reminding myself, and maybe reminding you too, you do not have to be perfectly healed to be worthy. You don't need to figure it all out to be lovable. And you don't need to be thriving or reaching all your goals to be enough. Before we close, I want to invite you into a quick reset, just a little moment to anchor you back into your body. If it's safe, go ahead and close your eyes. Go ahead and place one hand on your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold gently at the top. And exhale slowly through your mouth. And again, breathe in ease. And allow yourself to exhale the weight you've been carrying. One more time, breathe in abundance. Exhale resistance. Exhale control. Just let go. And as you let your breath settle back into its natural rhythm, just check in with your body and let it know it's safe, that you are safe, you are loved, and you are already enough. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and thank yourself for just taking a couple moments to check in with yourself, to slow things down. Now, if your year hasn't gone the way you had hoped, if you might feel like the word that you picked for the year has betrayed you, like mine has, please just remember this. Sometimes the words we choose don't show up the way we expected, but they still show up. You might just have to look a little harder. Maybe not in the form of ease we asked for, but in the lessons we didn't know we needed. Maybe not in overflowing abundance, but in the deep roots of love that we paid a little more attention to. You are doing so much better than you think. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be. Keep breathing. Keep noticing those little wins. Keep getting through today, one moment at a time. And I'll be right here with you. Until next time, beautiful warriors, make sure you take care of your heart.